Hello, everypony. I am Venomous Pie. You guys know me as the Pinkie Pie of the group. And yes, my main is still down, but we'll get to the reason why that is in a bit. For right now, I am joined by our Rainbow Dash, Kanata.
Greetings, everyone.
We have our Applejack, which is Mosigo.
Oh, okay. Three little fillies to school, are we? You know that song? Three little fillies late to school, are we? Oh, never mind. I cannot sing.
I don't get it.
We have our Sunset Shimmer, which is Crimson.
Hello, everybody.
We have our Starlight Glimmer, which will be Neon Blade.
Family never changes.
All right. We have our Twilight, which is Sharpwit.
Get into bunker.
Okay. And we finally have
Speaking of Tactic Loop.
and we have our Rarity, which is Jedi Padawan Daniel.
Greetings, I am here to steal your waifus.
What?
Seriously?
Well, that escalated quickly.
And
It's a long story.
And okay, and for those who are wondering why I didn't introduce the rest, is because Yoshi confirmed that he's not gonna make it. Casta is busy elsewhere. Violet has family obligations, so she's not likely to join the call. Haven't done anything for Faith Star nor Wish Kit, so there's a good chance that they're not gonna make it either. So it's
I
just,
saw this kid online earlier.
yeah, she just followed me on Twitter like earlier yesterday. But anyways, back on track. The episode we'll be discussing today is Forever Philly. And you know the usual shtick. One thing we do like, and then one thing we don't like, in reverse order from the random order that can't speak today. So yeah,
Smoke weed every day.
but you guys know the deal
What?
already. So up first shall be. You know what? Since this episode is focused on a certain pony learning a lesson, why don't you go first, Daniel?
Why don't I go first?
I love the way that you say, especially this episode about some pony learning some lesson. Go first, Daniel.
Okay. Well, my positive for this is basically the moral. It's a good message for adults and kids who are learn.
Say words.
Daniel?
Daniel,
You, Daniel.
Daniel, I think you got cut off.
Twitch, we've got a problem.
I think it's your Discord.
Yeah, I think it's Discord.
Damn
Alright.
it, Discord.
Hi, howling at the moon.
Well, it's a good start here.
Oh yeah, we
Now
are.
you know. Now you all know why I don't like Discord.
This is all Sharpwit's fault. He jinxed it by hating the episode.
But okay. Anyways, yeah. I guess we have to wait. Okay. While Daniel was going through his shenanigans, I got his positive right off the bat. But whenever he comes back, he'll probably explain it more. So I'm just gonna choose another person for now. All right. So, up first shall be. Well, up next will be Neon.
Huh, me. Whew.
Great points.
Okay.
Now you kind of hit me on my blind spot here. I wasn't prepared for that.
Was not
Well,
the
positive on the episode. I have to say, picking a positive is a little bit tricky for me. Not that the episode itself was bad, there was nothing in the episode which stick that much out for me.
Well, you could simply pick something that was only slightly good and go from there.
Mm.
Just what I did with Newbie Dash.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, probably. But
Nitpick away.
me and nitpicking, that's two worlds which are not complete so good.
Yeah.
Especially with my broken English. um, to be honest, that's really the one of the few times I hate being German.
Okay. Can we get back on topic, please?
Who are you
Um,
and why?
Excuse me, don't.
Yeah, big language.
Good point. Yeah, I did enjoy the episode altogether. Nothing against that, but I think there wasn't really that good moment for me in the episode neither.
Hmm. So you think the episode is just average?
Not. Yeah, it's a bit hard to describe. I really enjoyed the episode itself, and the pacing was pretty good as well. But
That could be a
you
positive right
put it-
there.
yeah, that would be the positive, because if I really thinking about it, there was nothing that really sticked out, and I would say, okay, I remember the episode on this specifically.
Hmm. Who do you pass it off to?
Kanata, your turn.
Alright, my positive for this episode is the development of the CMC throughout this episode. It may not seem like, that they did not get a lot of development, but it seems like the more that we see the CMC nowadays, the more small changes just that we see in them. I didn't notice this when I first watched this episode, but apparently, the voice has changed a little. They grew a little bit taller. They're doing like small subtle changes to show that, that they are growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And that within the next, maybe 2 or 3 seasons, they will be just as big as Twilight in the game.
Hmm. Yeah, I do admit the CMC has gone through a lot of development here, especially Sweetie Belle.
Hell,
Yeah.
I think this is one of the first times that I do not hate a CMC episode.
It's the CMC is at a point to where it's like I would like to see a lot more of the CMC on my end. It's good to see them each time. I do get to see them now that they got their cutie marks, but it feels like they don't do enough with them. They do small things here and there, but they could do a lot more if they would, give them, more episodes, which I would like to see, going forward. I'm not saying, dedicate like a whole season or dedicate like 10 episodes or even 5 episodes a season dedicated to them, but just give us slightly more CMC in the near future, because it seems like within each passing episode of the CMC, they're getting more and more and more fun to watch. Because we're seeing them, achieve their dreams. We're seeing them, achieve, what they're doing. I mean, they're practically, running a business of helping other ponies, finding their talents.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's the Equestria version of the Salvation Army.
What?
Nice.
But
About the CMC, I actually also like what they did with the all the wall of possible ways to get the cutie marks is now replaced with the wall of the ponies they helped, and that big pile of files about the ponies that still need their help. That is also.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that.
Because I will
CMC
say
are
that the CMC are now more consistent group when it comes to writing, because they're actually it's not like one episode they are great at solving the cutie mark problem and another they know nothing. No, they still have this consistency when they are actually good with the solving cutie marks, and not only they're like this, but they also take this seriously at the same time.
Yeah.
No, they even managed out to sort out the life of a griffin that by nature cannot have a cutie mark, and they did it pretty well.
Oh yes, they did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just find it funny that to see that even though this was like a bit of a CMC, that this was like a CMC episode and everything, Apple Bloom and Squidward didn't really do a lot, but at the same time it felt like a lot has happened throughout the episode, which is not every. Which is not something you see every day, of like characters, having so much development, but they are doing so little.
Hmm.
Imagine, how much, better how much better it would have been, if they've had these, dedicated more time to, Apple Bloom and Scootaloo in this episode more than what we got in it. I'm not saying that it was bad or anything. I'm just saying it was good, but it would have been great if we gotten a lot more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Konata, you may want to save that line of thought for the bads.
Anyways, who do you pass it off to, Kanata?
I pass it off to Crimson.
Okie dokie. Yup, Crimson.
Alright. Well, for my positive, I kind of like how much the CMC has matured.
Okay.
Basically, that's kind of what piqued my interest so far.
Alright. Anything else
Now
you want to
we
say?
got-
Sorry. Go on.
Since they achieved their key marks, they're helping out other ponies, which is in a good way. Sweetie Belle, I'm proud that she's actually stepping up a bit and maturing a bit more.
Interesting.
And for that, it will be the end of my positive.
Alright, who do you pass it off to?
I pass it off to Dr. Sharkwit.
That joke is not gonna die anytime soon.
Dr. Sharpwit, you're being called in the clinic again.
Anyway, since me and Kanada actually talked about this positive, because that one originally, I'm gonna go with my another positive. The duality of the moral, that they used the parallel plot with the puppy as actually the way to show that this moral is not only applied to the adults, as we could say the same with the as we could say that about the moral from the Celestial Advice, because come on, Celestial Advice could be applied to the kids, but it mostly leans towards adults. But this moral, you actually see that with the puppy, puppy, not puppy, exact, to be more specific, that it not only leans toward adults, but also the kids with their, quite, because that was pretty much the life scenario that kid might not notice that they look at a puppy. So I like that there is the equality with the targeting the moral.
I agree.
So okay, who's left?
Either
Me!
I think Mosquito and Venom.
Yeah, either me or Masigo.
Okay, Diet Aeon, you're on.
Thank you, Dr. Sharp. By the way, fuck you for stealing my point. I was gonna talk about the contract with the dog. But fuck you. But anyway,
You're welcome, babe.
is this revenge for all those times that all of us stole your points? Anyway, yeah. Going on a bit, yeah, I agree with this. My point is similar to Sharp. I like how the symmetry of how the situation with the big dog that is a farmer puppy and the little filly that once seemed to be a puppy still in her mind and is not noticing it subconsciously. Rarity and Sweetie Belle, I think, is what sells this episode a lot, because this is a lot like a Steven Universe plot. And also another point I like to make it, since the one was cut short,
Yeah.
that about the whole development of the CMC, have you noticed that now with the development they have their own fixed function in their little triangle group? Because if you see it this way, Sweetie Belle is sort of the leader type. No, not Sweetie Belle. Apple Bloom is the leader type because, well, she's the one that sparks the plan to get people motivated. Scootaloo is the crazy one that is willing to do the most extreme of plans that sometimes pay off and sometimes not. And she's basically the radical one. And Sweetie Belle is the more level-headed one that actually makes the plan work. If you see the episode, we basically see that every plan of them in the beginning and the end with the dog only works with Sweetie Belle's suggestions.
I think
Alright.
Masigo, I think in future episodes we're gonna see Apple Bloom and Scootaloo each have their own moment in the sun and figuring out and solving each other's. It won't just be Sweetie Belle doing it like we saw in this episode.
Okay.
That I'm not denying that I may be full of shit, but my point is that it seems that they are trying to solidify their place in this triangle of their relationship and their plans. This is what I mean.
I think honestly, I think it's gonna it's all gonna mix up. Like Apple Bloom is gonna have episodes where it's her, she's gonna be the one that's gonna. She's going to be the one that's going to help solve the problem. Scootaloo is going to be the one that's going to help solve the problem. Sweetie Belle's going to have their moments. I think all of them are each going to play their roles, and each of them are going to have their moments and everything. So I don't think one role is going to represent each of them.
No, I worded it badly. I did not mean that only Sweetie Belle works. I meant that they all have a specific way of dealing with the problem. Like Sweetie Belle's the leader, she starts the sparkle.
Yeah.
Sweetie Belle is more like the planner, and Scootaloo is more like of the crazy radical one, where the plans need a crazy radical one.
It kind of fits their tribes they're coming from, because Sweetie Belle is the unicorn, which I identify as the intelligence in their part. Apple Bloom is the earth pony, which I identify as the strength and resourcefulness, and Scootaloo, well, flying, which is by itself kind of extreme.
Scootaloo is the cripple radical of the group. Even she cannot fly, she is pretty radical.
Well, Pegasus is usually were the radical.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
housewarming Eve.
What I mean.
Yes.
Anything else to add?
Yeah. Coach Keyblade said it best. Scootaloo is speed.
It is the action one. She's the Dante of Devil May Cry. But anyway,
Dante of Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
I accept that comparison.
Yeah.
Make it happen, people. Scootaloo as Dante.
I wonder if someone would make fan out of that.
I might do that one day. But anyway,
this would look cool. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Also,
it looked really cool.
Also,
And I even think the colors of the fur would match with the outfit in one way or another.
You were saying, Masigo?
Yeah, but those are my points. And also, before I pass up to Venom Boy here, I want to add that to my point of their triangle. I do love how basically they were failing with the dog, and they are basically like, "Fuck me, we need Sweetie Belle. We are horrible at this."
All right. Okay, looks like I'm up now. Okay, all right. Just to forewarn you, my thoughts on this episode might be a bit biased, because this is gonna be one of those personal episodes for me.
No boy.
But anyways, what I really love the most about the episode is how they handled the message. Like, I mean, okay, you got one story with Rarity and Sweetie Belle, sibling bonds. Okay, I could definitely relate to that front. But then they added a little bit of a twist there with the side story with Zipper Whale with her dog. I was like,
What a twist! What a twist!
that is actually handled very well, because it can actually impact kids when it comes to pets. I mean, I really love how they added the fact that it's a world that could be for both kids and adults. It's one of the bands that I think has over Celestial Advice, even though I love that episode to death. I get the feeling that the role of Celestial Advice was strictly towards adults, but in Forever Philly, the role actually can hit both kids and adults. And it's a very well thought out message, and it is presented very well.
Kind of with what I said, but okay.
Yep. By the way, I noticed the Zipper Whale's gotten a lot older too. I mean, comparing Zipper Whale in this episode to, say, Philly Vanilli, she has gotten a lot older.
Mm.
I mean, if
Kind
Philip,
of like CMC.
in Philip Vanilla, she was just all. It's just like she was very tiny. She's always zipping around, always very excited. You know, she's really cute. And even though she actually looks like an everyday filly,
Mm.
judging from the personality and the size.
Oh yeah, she looks like your average Ponyville citizen that happens to be a more solid background pony than the rest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, and Simple World does play a part of why I love this episode so much. And yes, I really like this episode. But I will say the one thing now for what I don't like, which is harder for me. It's gonna be very hard for me to pick, what exactly is wrong with the episode. I mean, everything about this episode works for me. Characters were presented well, the pacing was very even. They managed to combine two stories together and have it run very smoothly. The wall was excellent. I really, much like with some other episodes this season, I got nothing but negatives. I mean,
Huh.
like a lot of the negatives that people proposing about this episode, I either heavily disagreed with, or just shrugged it off because it didn't impact me that much. So, yeah, I really got nothing about this episode.
Well, that's you on your end.
Yeah, well, not really, but whatevs. So yeah, I got nothing for negatives. So, will C go?
Well, this is going to be awkward because I am known for my bitter, sarcastic, and vindictive personality, but I do not have any negatives at all. I feel weird. I need to
Wait,
shit
what?
talk something. I need to shit talk something. I don't know.
I will find you something.
If will C go?
No. Give me time. I can find something.
Just don't take my negative.
No promises.
I'll steal it, sir. Fuck you.
I like what Endless
Well,
Nazis posted
it-
in the chat. There wasn't enough ice cream. That's my negative.
Wait.
Yes, go with that, Mosigo. Go with that, please. Go with that.
I'll go with that. Not enough ice cream. It was horrible. I hope they die of diabetes.
Jesus.
Those two bitches deserve it.
Well, that's dark.
Those scum Colorado marshmallow ponies.
That's Bersigo. What did you expect?
Exactly.
Anyway, oh yeah, I think that maybe, just maybe, Rarity could be less cringy.
Okay, there you go.
I agree with that.
I said it. I bullshit my way in. Now, Sharp, it's your turn. Fuck you, bye.
Alright, Shopwood. It's your floor. And
Okay, this episode have a really nice moral. I agree with that because moral was absolutely brilliant. Anyhow, it is executed.
if you don't mind me, I'm gonna
And
grab yours.
the way to get
If you don't mind, Shopwood, I'm gonna get you a soapbox.
A what?
A
I
soapbox
get
you
it.
can stand
A
on.
soap.
I see what you
Okay.
did there.
I,
Anyway,
I understand.
the actual way to get to that moral was also fun because that's the believable scenario. However, the reason Rarity got for that to go for this whole conflict and for this moral is absolutely stupid.
Thank
This
you.
would make sense if Rarity would actually have spent absolutely no time with Sweetie Belle ever since opening the boutique in Canterlot and later in Manhattan. And she wouldn't see Sweetie Belle in maybe, I don't know, more than half a year or maybe even a year. But there's the problem. The last time we've seen them together in the episode was in 28 Pranks Later, which was after Saturday Row Review, which was between those two episodes, which was maybe, I don't know, 17 episodes ago. So we can easily assume between those times there were maybe at best few months, but not more than 6. Okay, I get it. Rarity is busy with her businesses, so she might not spend as much time as she did with Sweetie Belle before. But that's not an excuse to actually not notice even a slight change that Sweetie Belle is maybe more mature because she's now have big responsibilities thanks to a cutie marks, which Rarity seen when she get that cutie mark. So,
Uh,
you know, that's actually what peeves me and what I noticed when thinking about this episode. The reason for Rarity's reason is actually it's basically a rubbish for me.
You know, I think if I can interpret it, what you mean is while Rarity is indeed a drama queen and can exaggerate it, being so oblivious is not one of her character traits, and that's why you think it's bullshit.
Well, every member of the main six had their oblivious moments.
No, but
But
what
there's also another
I
problem with also tied to this one. This is the exactly same trap we had in Card Before the Police. But I'm not using this as my negative because in this case, actually, this conflict works better.
no, what I mean is that I'm trying to resume what Sharp said. I think I'm saying that the reason why he's so critical is that he believes that Rarity would not be that much oblivious and thick-headed.
No, I got what he's saying.
What I'm also trying to say is the fact that, from what Rarity said, it almost sounds like she's not spending time with Sweetie Belle at all ever since those two boutiques. But that's not the truth, because she was spending time with Sweetie Belle, at least with what we've seen. And there were also probably the moments in between the episodes. So that also goes to the reason that she could actually notice the slight changes that maybe Sweetie Belle is not anymore a Philly, but that is another negative. So I'm not going to. My biggest problem is, however, like I said, the whole reason to go into that conflict Rarity had.
Well, the writers fucked
For
up.
me, she was way too oblivious for this about that. He over exaggerated pretty much. Way too much.
All right, Crimson.
I think-
Crimson. Yup, Crimson.
With the real Slim
It
Crimson,
it
he
doped
stand
on
up.
him. Yeah, but give him a moment till he comes back. Maybe.
He stand up.
Maybe.
By the way, Sharp, I was going to say that if you are this mad about the character being portrayed wrongly, I think you and I are going to get along just fine in that other episode that you know about.
Oh,
God.
yes.
Okay, Crimson's back.
Welcome back, Crimson.
Before Crimson goes on, don't worry, Violet. I'm good when I get that out of my chest.
Huh.
I guess so. All right, Crimson, what's your negative? Whenever you're ready.
Oh, I'm still going to rant about a certain fashionista that really got under my skin.
You're not
More
the
than
other
me?
one.
Okay, Rarity. It was kind of wrong of her to start going back to her years of being a filly, because as you know, you're fully grown up. You don't have to go through that kind of thing anymore.
Could it
Like,
possibly be a midlife crisis?
possibly yes.
I don't think that they're old enough to have midwife crisis. Doesn't midwife crisis
We
happen
don't know
when-
how old they are.
They are barely adults.
But
I'm just saying, does a midwife crisis only happen to people that are in their 50s or something?
well,
That is the
Yeah.
question, yeah.
you know, Rarity.
Anyway, let Crimson go.
Yep, of course. Just wanted to point that out. So go ahead, Crimson.
But yeah, I'll finish up what I was about to say about Rarity. For once, act your age. Dang it, please. You didn't have to do all that. That was cringy.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, but here's the question I want to ask you. Is it better than how Rarity was portrayed in Season 6?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hashtag Card Before the Ponies.
Hashtag spice up your life.
Okay,
Hashtag they fucked up.
Anyways, anything else, Crimson?
That's it.
Alright, Kanata?
Okay, my negative for this episode is the side story in this. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the fact that they added a side story to make the message, for kids so that, kids can understand. That's not my negative. The negative is, how they presented the side story. Now, I get it, that some may find it interesting and everything, but I personally, found it a bit dull for me. I couldn't get into the side story at all. I didn't I hate to say this, but I gotta be brutally honest. I did not care for her coming back in this series. What was her name again?
Zipperwell.
Yeah, Zipperwheel. I honestly forgot that she even existed. When I first saw her, I didn't even know that was like a reoccurring character or anything. I'm not really big into like small side characters unless they're like noticeable to me, like Tinder Tats from last season. Like he's one of the very few side characters that I really do like. Everyone else, I pretty much, don't know or I don't care. So the side story focused on a character I didn't care, a story that was a bit meh, and I just couldn't get into that side of it. And I get it, and I like the fact that they tried to do it. I mean, I give them credit for trying, and I always, give credit where credit is due for them. At least, trying to make it to where the message can be applied for kids and adults, where the kids can understand it. I just wish it could have been executed better. That's my negative.
All right, Leon.
Well, for me, it's a little bit of nitpick towards the ending of the episode.
Okay.
Wait. Are you telling me that you are saying that we are going to nitpick? Oh my god!
No, you should go. Oh my god!
Anywho.
Nah, for oh my god, it should be in JoJo way. Oh my
god!
Okay, anyway, carry on.
Yeah.
Don't let me pull out my limbo frame on you, my friends.
Oh god.
Because that's actually Dio. Just saying. Anyway, no, I forgot what I was saying. Shit.
Let's not talk about JoJo.
Son of a.
You were talking about the end of the episode and nitpick on it.
Hang on. Now I have to regain my thoughts there for a second. For me, it was it's kind of hard to explain. It was the moment of Sweetie Bill's realization of the parallel of her problem and with the problem the CMC we're working on. For me, it's I don't know. For me, it was a little bit so like, I don't know, Sweetie, why you are so happy realizing this? For me, if it would be a little bit more subtle in this moment, like she would actually talk with her in a more normal sense, and she actually realizes by her own that she had to talk with Rarity about it. Not like she clears the problem with the dog, and therefore the problem with Rarity is solved. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So it's not like that the main problem with her and Rarity is a side product. That's the only thing which I say, could be handled better.
Alright, we would have got back to Daniel, but he is pretty occupied thanks to Mother Nature right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Mother Nature, you
And you said that Everfree would be bad.
But anyways, before I start, with the rating system, I must well give you guys the ratings that for some of the people that are absent here. Yoshi gave this episode a 4 out of 5.
Pretty high.
Because he really likes how Rarity acts so cute towards Sweetie Belle. But the thing he doesn't like is that the episode kind of dragged for him.
I think he's the only one that thought that Rarity was being cute.
I thought she was cute too.
Well, in the end, she was cute with a huge diabetes involving ice cream that I could not eat. So fuck them both, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And he added that while it didn't quite hit the high notes to say Sisterhood Social, he thinks it's still really good. Casta gave the episode a 5 out of 5. She said the plot was good, and Rarity was a bit more silent than usual, that she've noticed.
Huh, okay.
She didn't go into full details, but that's what she said. And Violet Bloom gave the episode a 3 out of 5. She really likes the inclusion of the subplot with the dog because of what both me and Shopbud explained. But she doesn't like how Rarity was portrayed in the episode. Even going as far as that critical moment just before the third act, she did come across as kind of selfish in that bit. It was after Sweetbell broke out on her.
Well, Rarity is yeah, you got a point.
And
that actually would have been my negative, but I kind of know where this scene was going for. That's why I actually didn't took that as my negative.
mm-hmm.
For the greater good.
The greater good.
No, I actually was on that end of the spectrum myself. That's why.
Anyways, and Daniel gave the episode a 3.5 out of 5. He really likes the ball, but he just found the episode kind of boring. So that leaves Neon.
Well, in that case, I absolutely agree with Daniel, even on the rating as well, with 3.5 out of 5.
Alrighty, 3.5 it is. Just give me a moment to put it up.
5 hours later.
It just went up, guys.
Those 5 hours were pretty quick.
Okay, Kanata?
I'm gonna give this episode a 3.5 out of 5. I like the CMC in this episode. I like the moral in this episode. It just felt like this was a little bit of a lackluster episode. I was expecting bigger moments going into this episode.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Crimson?
He actually gave his rating in the Discord chat.
Yes, I do see it. And he said he gave it a 3.5. Man, a lot of 3.5s here, Jesus. I wonder if that's gonna be the final rating. But anyways, Shopwit?
I'm gonna break the 3.5 streak because I'm going to be very critical about this episode because I only gave 1 out of few of my negatives. Before I go, by all means, I don't say this is a terrible episode or as terrible as, say, Cart Before the Ponies, but I still don't think this is a good episode, which is why I'm giving this episode 2.5 out of 5.
Right.
It has its moments, but the problems are too big for me that I'm going to mention later in my review.
Okay.
This basically Sharp doing this disclaimer is basically he putting up the lube so that he can slide more easily.
Alright, well, Seagull?
I may after we eat at the cafeteria. I'm gonna do.
Anyways, we'll see.
Okay, bye, Rose Velvet. Anyway,
yeah, Rose Velvet cameo. We'll see. Go.
Oh, cameo, Rose Velvet, everybody, yay! But by the way, I'm going to do a disclaimer, the beachy disclaimer. I'm going to put a 4.5 because I feel for what the episode tried to accomplish, it did. So that's why it's such a high note. But that does not mean it's one of my favorite episodes ever. But I feel that for what the episode tried to achieve, it achieved it. So yeah.
All right.
But it does not get the badass seal of approval.
Okay, so you just said the episode was just really good. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
For what it was, yeah.
Okay. And as for me, You guys are gonna be somewhat surprised by this, but it's gonna be a 5 out of 5 for me. This is actually one of my favorite episodes of season 7, and like I said, it is kind of biased because this is one of those personal episodes for me. I was actually in Rarity's shoes in this episode. I've actually behaved this way before.
Oh my god!
Understandable.
Mhm.
We're all biased in some ways.
Mhm. And it wasn't towards a sibling. It was also towards a sibling, but it was also towards a pet. So I can relate with both Rarity and Zipperwell. It is one of those personal episodes for me. And all the negatives that were placed upon this episode, I actually did not mind. So yeah, I'm still giving it a 5 out of 5. So just give me a second real quick.
You know
I'm
what?
getting a really weird flashback.
Okay.
You know what?
But granted, I will say that it's not as strong as Sisterhood Social. I will agree with that. But I still think the episode was pretty good.
On that one, we agree. I think this episode is actually right. The Sisterhood Social is still a far better episode.
Absolutely.
Hands down, hands down. This is a piece of gold. No one can touch it. It's the biggest dick ever.
And okay, I divided all the ratings, and okay, what rating do you guys think this episode's gonna get?
Okay, that's gonna be tricky.
Something
The
around
ratings were all across the
4.
board.
4.
I'm gonna say 3.5. I'm gonna go with 3.5.
Well, guess what?
What?
It's a 4.
Called it!
Oh my god!
Huh. Kind of surprised. Huh.
I think that may be because of my slightly higher rating.
I think Venom is 5 out of 5 nailed it. Made it a 4.
And Casta also gave it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, those
Yep.
two. Yeah.
So this is still one of the lowest ratings for season 7 so far. I mean, at this point, it's tied with Flurry of Emotions and All Balled Up as the lowest episode rated episodes in this season so far.
Don't worry, we have the rest of the season to
Yeah.
go on.
But
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
but to be honest, guys, I think this was one of the weaker fours of that season so far.
I agree. But hey, if it really got that low for us, then we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Venom, I want to comment you something. You said that you saw yourself a lot in Rarity in this episode, right?
Yes.
I kinda see myself dog shoes, or rather palms or hooves or whatever the fuck they have.
You mean Sweetie Belle's shoes?
Yeah, Sweetie Belle and the dog, because no, not in the specific scenario, but my folks and my elder sister sometimes tend to forget that I am a 25-year-old man. So it's not specific like that episode, but
Yeah.
kind of tend to forget that I am a weird grown man.
All right. So thank you all for joining us. And a little quick disclaimer before we go. This was originally going to air last weekend, but I decided to hold it off until today because, Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So yeah, join us this Sunday. Well, we're going to be talking about parental guidance.
Oh yeah.
And believe
Get
me,
real.
and believe me when I say, for all of us who saw this episode during its Canadian airing, we have a lot more to say about that episode than we do this one. Guaranteed.
Absolutely.
So,
I know what this episode is not, thankfully.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go hide in a bunker from my parents.
Anyways, yeah, thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for those rainbows. They'll make you smile.
Wow. Okay, I
They-
wasn't expecting
I am the
that.
Rainbow Dash at the group after all.
Could have said that for next. Could have said that for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all need to take pity on Konata. His parents are really too much positive.